Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this sitting behind me is my 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible parts car. I would say normally it's me and the crickets, but I think it's finally cold enough the crickets stop chirping. It's fantastic in the garage this morning, or in the shop, workshop, garage, tomato. It's been a day since the last time I talked to you. I normally shoot daily, but I've got things going on in my life that are making it so I can't. But this video still should be in sequence, daily drop for you guys, so it should be helpful. What's going on right now? We're gonna see if we can take the fuel lines and brake lines all the way off from underneath the car. That's the goal. We're gonna take a look at any of them, anyway, get that out before we drop the fuel tank. And the fuel tank will be the last thing that gets removed from the car, I do believe. The brake lines, fuel lines, hard lines, mind you, from the tank, and the body chassis lines going around. Those will be the last things that get removed from the car along with the tank. And then the car's stripped. It will be its bare bones. It will be down to its shell. I mean, that is a shell, not a rolling shelling. It's shell. And if that's the case, I may take a time off a little bit and figure out how I'm going to cut it up. Scrap's not worth anything right now, the way the market's going on it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I do know I need to get it out of the garage. Winter's fastly approaching, and I need the space back in here to get my running convertible, mind you, over in that area, get my wife's van in here, get my X5 in. I need my garage back because of what winter does. So that is. Let's go take a look at the brake lines underneath the car, though. So I'm going to get you your guys' light so you can see it here. Let's see if I can do this while you're staring at me once. Well, no, it's not going to work. No, find out. Ah, dang it. Let's get you changed on over. All right, hang on, everybody. Get ready to go underneath the car. All right, let's try this. Hang on a second. We're almost there. We're fastly approaching. And come on, snap. There we go. So I can do this in one fluid motion. There's your spotlight. What we got going on here is all of this and all those. I'll get them out of the car. See them around. And that's what's going on. I want to see if I can find you a good spot to get that. And then maybe we'll take a look at finally getting this completely gone out of this area here. Out of the fuel tanks. These are brake lines, hard lines here. I might take these off too and get them out of the way. There's a fuel tank. And for those people who are, there are drain plugs. Looks like there's one there and one there. I was not aware of that. Well, live and learn. That's how this operation goes. And I can actually get underneath here pretty dang well now. Look at that. See, look, they've got a lot of stuff. I wonder what this is underneath here. We'll find out. I know it's going to have to do something with the fuel. That's a heat shield of some type. So maybe there's more stuff we'll be removing. There's another shield protector over there. So what we're going to end up doing now is I'm going to put you on hypers. Let's do it this way. What I'm going to end up doing is putting you on hyperlapse as I remove all this stuff. Looks like most of it is either going to be 12 millimeter or 10 millimeter. Probably 12 millimeter. And it's just removing small little brackets, and I'll try to get this. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode, folks. I didn't get anything really off the car other than the plastic protector shields, which are important, mind you. Those keep the lines protected underneath the car, the plastics. They also drain water away. They just keep debris and stuff from hitting them. Also, you can see that I took off the interior. I'll show you because I already did it, but you saw it in the hyperlapse. I took off the interior lines. I could have done it before. I just hadn't. We gotten lazy with it. But 10 millimeter line wrench does that. 10 millimeter, excuse me, folks. 10 millimeter on the rest of the nuts and bolts underneath the car. So that's yeah, it's just more taking stuff off. This wasn't necessarily slow going, but it was because I just had a lot of stuff over a long stretch of the car. So as you can see, for the brake stuff, actually no, for fuel. Let's take a quick peek at that before we end today's episode here. Let's see if I do have a good light for you to use to see. Let's get into here. All of that. That is absolutely wonderful. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that one up. Here's your front brake line going all the way up front, and then your 3 lines here. One is fuel going in. I'm not sure which one, this way this goes, mind you. One of these is fuel going to the engine. One of these is fuel returning from the engine. One of these is the vent tube. Because they vent it all the way up front to the carbon canister to get vacuumed for emissions. Yeah. So, and inside of the car, you can see that's where the bottom side of that block is. We're going to work on that thing way over there. So we'll work on that. And it looks like there's another heat shield here. You can pull off before I pull the straps down. And then the brake line that goes all the way across. Because part of this here is one that goes to the front. So it's interesting, the front driver's side starts there. I mean, it starts up front, comes all the way to the ABS pump in the back, and then comes all the way back around the car, makes a full loop around the car. I find that interesting. Interesting. So there's some of the shields. They tend to get broken, like the ones I have. They just are what they are. They tend to get snapped up. Busted up, people jack on, they hit things, they curb jump stuff. Not say curb jump, just debris gets up and hits them. And they do their job. They are supposed to break before the lines do. Yeah, so I know this episode wasn't super informative other than me doing stuff, but it's all stuff that needs to get off the car to finish. And those hard lines I am going to hang on to because if one of them, they're in good shape. So if I have one that rots away, I want a replacement. And I know they're going to be a pill to replace because that's just how they are. I mean, if you've ever had to do a brake line, they're terrible. Especially if you want to go from fitting to fitting. Woo! You know, you're better off going from wherever the corrosion spot is, hacking in a line and splicing it. In fact, I did that on my X5 here 3 months ago. Had my cousin give me a hand. He's got a car lift, so it helped out quite a bit. And yeah, it's just is what it is. I mean, there's certain spots in certain vehicles that rust out like mad. You know, they just collect debris, hold salt and rust against to it, and that's what it is. All right, so I'm rambling on again. Once again, my name is Z James. This is Z32 Workshop. Please like and subscribe. There should be things in front of me now, hopefully, so you can go ahead and do that. Yeah, so please like and subscribe. I hope to see you tomorrow or in the comments. Take care, everybody. Bye.